Hi guys, happy Monday. Week 1, 2, 3 of planting, and we should be done probably not tomorrow, but maybe by Wednesday. So we're getting towards the end. Today we are no-tilling corn into a previous hay stand that we've burned off. We find that this works really well for corn seed on an alfalfa stand and no-till that goes in the ground really well. You can see like right here is a seed trench and here's a seed trench, so you can kind of see like up and down the rows better than you can actually up close. So it's closing up really well still. I'm gonna see if I can find a good spot to dig a seed. There's a lot of sod here and it's pretty hard digging, but gosh, like really hard digging. But there is moisture down in the trench still, so that's really helpful. We haven't had a good rain in a couple weeks. It's not a lot of moisture, but it's a little bit there. Trying to find a seed for you here. You can see the sod kind of break away in chunks where the closing wheels have cut it. Not the closing wheels, where the disc openers have cut to make the seed trench, and then the closing wheels pack it back in place. Okay, so you can see the little corn seed right in there. If you look down the seed trench, you can tell that the disc openers have kind of cut all that material while they were going to make room for the seed. Pull it out. So today we are planting Enogen. Okay, we are ready to rock with the planter this morning. I'm getting a little bit of a late start. Had some stuff in the barn to do and a Zoom meeting for the Michigan State FSA committee. But I want to talk parts on the planter really quick because we talked no-till yesterday and I used some terms. So up here is the fertilizer cooler. This puts the fertilizer in the ground. Then next on the unit we have row cleaners. So this helps when we're no-tilling to really clean that row up for where the seed's gonna go. And then this is the disc openers and the depth gauge wheel. The seed drops out between these metal plates. And then at the very back of the planter are the closing wheels, and those close up the trench that these make and make a nice flat ground for the seed to come up in. This is the seed hopper, and then right here's our fertilizer rate controller. It's all folded up right now. This is the downforce. So that was part of what we put on with the precision planting stuff last year. That helps keep the unit in the ground, puts pressure on this down here to just hold that in and put that seed about 2.5 inches into the ground. Yeah, you can see it up in here. The blinking light is the V drive. Right in here's the variable drive, and then the seed plates are in here. That's all where it controls how many seeds drop and all of that good stuff. It's always a little bit fun for us in the planter when we catch up to the tillage equipment. The first day out of the fields turned into a catch-up day in the barn, just catching up on things that had kind of gotten put to the side while we were really busy with planting. That list included changing inflations on the robot. So the red piece is called the inflation, and that's what goes around the teat of the cow, and then pulsation makes the cow milk through that red silicone just contracting and milking the cow out. We change these every 10,000 milkings, and thankfully the robot's computer system tracks this for each individual robot, and it just pops up on the computer screen when it's time for us to change them. And as you can see, it's a pretty quick and simple process. Also on our catch-up list was going out and checking all of our hay fields to tell when we were going to be ready to cut. And thankfully, we found that they weren't really quite ready yet, so we were able to take a couple days off and enjoy the weekend. I had this last week of planting video edited and ready to go for like a week, just sitting here waiting for me to do like a post-planting update kind of thing, like what the end of our season or what our season kind of looked like, and just wrap it up really nice. But we got crazy busy chopping hay and just being in the fields. I didn't have time to record anything, so here we go. So overall, we had a really successful planting season. It took us about 15 or 16 days from the first day we left with the planter till the last day we were done. And we didn't have any like big days where we were broke down. You know, we had a couple pretty serious, we had one really serious breakdown where the fan housing went out on the one tractor, but thankfully there's a local company of a couple cousins that just started up in our area last year, and they were able to come out the same day and get it all fixed up for us. And everything else was pretty minor. We never lost or never blew a hydraulic hose on either planter, and I think that's the first year in a while I can remember that happening. We had 2 mornings where we were rained out, but otherwise no rain days. Everything's out of the ground and it looks okay. But we got less than 3/4 of an inch of rain for the entire month of May. My aunt told me the other day that it's the driest May we've had since the 70s. So it is crazy dry in our part of Michigan. The last time I checked the US Drought Monitor, we weren't up yet, but that could have changed in the latest update. But we're just really dry and we could use some rain now. But otherwise our planting season is done and it was super successful, and now we're rolling into hay and spraying and nitrogen and all the other fun things that keep us busy all year.